employment but for the right cause. There are employments but for the right cause. Hey guys, Marianne here again. For those joining me for the first time, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for subscribing. If you're yet to subscribe, what are you waiting for? Please support me and subscribe to my channel, like and share with your loved ones, especially those that have intentions of relocating to Canada, those that like to come to Canada for anything. I realize that my videos are specific and somehow based on nursing. That is not my intention. I do that because I like to talk about my own experience, and that is like this is what I did and how I was able to come down here. So that is why most of my video hits on nursing. But I want you to know that all the documents that I uploaded in the previous video, where I uploaded the documents that I submitted for my visa application, and also the video on me reading my statement of purpose, I was talking about nursing. But I want you to know that you don't have to come in here to study nursing for those information to be beneficial to you. Whether you're studying nursing or not, just getting Canadian visa, you need most of those documents that I uploaded there to really make your application very strong. And also, my statement of purpose doesn't have to mean that you have to study nursing for you to be able to use it as a template for you to for it to be beneficial to you too. So I really apologize if my video really sound nursing specific. That is not my intention. It's for the general masses, for whatever course you intend to study. With all this being said, now let's talk about courses. For someone who has been here and has heard stories, have listened to people talk about what they are going through, their lived experiences, you guys know how very capital intensive it is for you to leave your country and move down to a new country. I just want to talk about the courses that I would recommend for whoever wants to come to Canada to apply for. This is not to talk down on any course. Every course is important. Every course has its own field. Every course has where they need your expertise. But right now, I don't know, there's just something going on in Canada right now. The country needs people because obviously it's has a very large land mass with very less people in it. So somehow they need people for different reasons, which is not the essence of this topic. So I just want to focus on that. Now, the employment market is, I don't know if saturation is the right word to use, but the level of difficulty in getting jobs now has tripled. It is hard. Like, it is difficult now to get jobs in Canada. And aside the fact that Canada has also brought up some rules that has to do with not making it easy for dependents to come in, it gives you also reason to think about what you're coming into Canada to do. I'd like to talk about my own experience. When I was doing my prerequisite courses, I spent 1 year in Nigeria. My husband was like, oh, if you're gonna leave this country, you have to leave well. Yeah. If you're gonna leave this country, you have to leave well. I can't spend money for you to go and do a course, let's say maybe any health related courses, and then tomorrow there's no employment for you, or tomorrow we'll go back to doing nothing. So why don't you just use that money and do your prerequisite courses instead, and then continue from there, and let's try and see if we're going to get the admissions. What I'm just trying to say in essence is, It's not how you rush down here, because it's just whenever you're going somewhere, look at the market, the job market, because at the end of the day, when you pay all this heavy tuition, it's not minimum wage that you will use to get back the money that you have spent. Minimum wage is not enough. You have to look at, oh, how am I going to, how long is it going to take for me to get this job? It might not be your dream job, but at least a job that is going to take care of you. I have sent you videos, I have uploaded videos to show you that you can actually do your admission process yourself. I have also shown you in another video that you can apply for your visa, for your study permit, your visitor's visa, and every other kind of visa yourself. So this is a video to let you know that you don't have to let any agent come tell you that, oh, this is the course that we are able to get for you. It doesn't work anymore. Try as much as you can to get the course that will not frustrate you when you're looking for employment. I say this because of what is going on, right? So some of those courses, the one that I really know that lots of people are doing right now is first PSW, patient support worker. Some people call it PCA, patient care attendant, patient care assistant. I think in the UK it's called caregiving. Now, this course is a 99% guarantee that you're going to get employment for lots of reasons. One of which is that the older population in Canada is quite a lot, almost larger than the younger population. By that I mean that the number of older people, old women, old men, and whoever anyone identifies as, has increased. It's a patient support worker. With the way Canadian job sphere is job market is difficult right now, it's a course that you can use to leave Nigeria, study, get your work permit, get your permanent residence. Now you will say, oh, but I didn't study art, I didn't study sciences while I'm in school. You don't have to study sciences. That is why statement of purpose is very, very, very important. Let them know why you decided to switch from the career that you're doing now to PSW. Now, why am I saying PSW instead of nursing? I am saying PSW instead of nursing number for lots of reasons. PSW gives you the opportunity to get a job immediately after school, even while in school. It gives you the opportunity to get work permit, and it also gives you the opportunity to get your permanent residence. So, why PSW? The tuition is not as crazy as most tuitions of those courses that when you are done studying them, you're not going to find a place to work easily. The system is really, really right now bad. Job search skyrocketed. I tell you, if I wasn't studying nursing, I don't know, although my job on its own is like a testimony, is a miracle. It's not like a testimony, it's a miracle getting the job that I got. So I don't even want to put myself, but like, I hear what is going on, I read articles, I read stories, I listen to people's rants, and I am telling you that choosing a course like PSW is very, 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 very important because of these reasons. And then you spend like 8 months studying this course. Some people that I know are able to work. Let me not say that to just make people be lazy. If you're able to fund all your tuition from Nigeria, better for you. I tell you this, go for a PSW course. Go for a PSW course. Get certified. You're going to get a job. What is the advantage of going for a PSW course? Now I work in a hospital, and in that hospital I work as a patient care support, like patient support worker, which is PSW, and I'm a nursing student. The only condition I am able to do this work is because I am a nursing student, right? It means that, okay, those who are doing PSW are not going to get the kind of knowledge that I'm going to get as a nurse. So they assume that when you're done with your first year nursing, you should be able to work as a PSW because you are halfway into becoming a nurse. Working as a PSW in care homes is quite different from working as a PSW in a hospital, and it gives you that variety of spaces to work. You're not limited to a particular place. Now, when you work as a PSW, if you were still a student still trying to get your PSW certificate, you can work as, in my province, as a PCA1, patient care attendant, which is what I told you is the same thing as PSW, patient support worker. You can work as a PCA1 in the hospital that I work. Now, what is PCA1? The role of a PCA1 is like a sitter. Okay, there's a patient that has a tracheostomy in his neck, he has a tube in his neck, and they don't want that patient to pull the tube out because of how risky it is and the patient can die. Your only job as a PCA1 is to just sit with that patient, monitor the patient, make sure that the patient doesn't take out the tube. For different reasons, you sit with patients for different reasons. This is just one of the reasons. It could be that the patient is probably a little bit violent, in quotes. I don't want to be called out for that. Violent in quotes. Maybe destructive in quotes. So they put a sitter by their side to help regulate their behaviors. You just stay there. No, you don't have to stand up now. Do you want to use the washroom? So they don't pull out maybe their catheter or any tubes, their JP bag, JP, anything it is that they have, osteomy bag, whatever it is that they are able to pull out, they put you there as a PCA1. Now, if you are not already studying PSW, you might not get that opportunity. Why I'm hitting this thing is these jobs are not minimum wage job, with due respect to everyone getting minimum pay. With all due respect to anyone getting minimum pay, respect to you. I am just like encouraging you to see why you do this course. You have an advantage because in my hospital, people that work as PCA1 get $24 per hour. Do you understand what I mean? They get $24 per hour. PCA1. Now, when you're done with school and you become you have your PSW certificate, which is what they call PCA here in my province, you go into what? You become a PCA2, which is now where you perform your activity as a caregiver. You can do whatever it is that you can do, depends on the facility that you work with, right? So coming in as a PCA is very, very vital. Another reason why I would advise people to come as a patient, to come and apply for courses like patient support worker, is that it's easy for you to get your permanent residence. You are always in demand. Now, when you get your permanent residence, it's up to you. Am I satisfied with this course that I have, or do I want to go further? Further in the sense that you can decide to go and become a licensed practical nurse. LPN is what they call it here. And you can decide to be a registered nurse, RN. Now, why do I advise people to go for PSW instead of nursing? Nursing is capital intensive. Nursing is crazy. It is crazy. It is crazy as an international student. Like, I know what I had to go through, what I am going through to study nursing. I know how crazy it is, how draining it is, and without like the support that I have, I don't know if I will be able to do it. Why am I saying do nursing later? Because when you become a permanent resident, you have all the advantage. You are able to get student loan. You are treated like a Canadian citizen. So at that time, you can decide to go back to school, further your education, and become a licensed practical nurse, or you become a registered nurse. So this video is just to, encourage you to kind of choose the right courses when you're leaving Nigeria. This is just one of the courses. You could also go into education. I'm really hammering on PSW because it's what the work that I do right now. I'm a PCA too because I'm a nursing student. So if you were a PSW student in any college or any university, you are able to work as a PCA 1 even while in school and earn money. And I know how difficult it was for even somebody studying this PSW to still get a job. But she was able to get at the long run. And you could also go and maybe do early childhood something. Early childhood. I know there's a course like that. I can't remember it right now. When I do, I will talk about it more. There's also courses on education. They need teachers. They need teachers. When I say they need teachers, they need teachers. Like I have done community nursing, and we went to schools. They do this thing that they hire, that they I don't know how to call it. I don't know the right word to use. There's a particular word you call it here. The teachers are not full-time there. It's like there's an agency, just the way they have this caregiver agency, where you have an agency that, oh, we need caregivers, the agency sends you. That's how they have agency for teachers here. So if you find a course that has to do with education, just look for, like when you get a course, look for the objectives that you're going to get from those courses, the outcomes. Look for what that course is about. Don't read about it, go through reviews, alumni reviews, look at people who have studied those courses, check where they are able to work before you jump into it. I know that most of us just want to fly out of that country where we are right now due to one reason or another. Some of us just want to better our life and go back. Some of us don't want to ever cross our leg there, and it makes us to just make that spontaneous move, like you just do it immediately. But this is like an encouragement to you to watch out. Just, try as much as you can to go and go well. That is like the message I'm trying to pass. Just don't come and come well. I know people who did PSW, most of them are working in hospitals because you can never have enough staffs in hospital. Even if, fine, you might not get a full-time position immediately, but as a casual staff, you are able to manage the shifts that you pick. Like as I am today, the days that I shoot videos are days that I pick to be off. If I was a full-time, I wouldn't have that opportunity because it's my 2 days, 2 nights, and maybe 4 days off, which I will still want to pick overtime to make up for the money that I will not be able to make. But as a casual staff, I can decide to work 5 days and have 3 days to myself. They are just liberty for you to choose and still make better money than the money you will make as someone who just came to study any course. My colleague that works in the hospital, her husband was really doing so well in Kuwait. Why? Because in Kuwait there was need for an accountant. Like they needed accountants everywhere. But in Canada, they've been here since March. This is August, no job. Right now he wants to go and start trying to drive like taxis, which is not a bad thing. People do it here to survive. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with it. But coming from where you were doing what you studied is different from, oh, I studied PSW and now I'm driving. Why? It's not bad to drive, but there's this joy that comes with you doing what you study. So please, it's just to encourage you to try as much as you can to go for courses that are in demand. The labor market is tough everywhere around the world. Canada need people, they need people, but the inflation, the economic crisis going on right now is terrible, and there are employment but for the right cause. There are employments but for the right cause. In the next video, I'm going to tell you guys how to arrange your CV to get jobs specific to you. Kindly stay tuned, share my videos with your loved ones, and please do not forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for always coming back and always watching my videos. Let me know if you have any question in the comment section. Please do not forget to subscribe, and That'll be all for now. Bye.